May I have your attention, please? Mr. Kazmark, will you call the meeting to order?
Thank you, Mayor. I'd like to call the regular meeting of the Mayor and Council of the Borough of Elmwood Park for June 17th, 2010 to order. On roll call, council members Catamagna. Here. Castiglia. Here. Chernwinski. Here. Bonsino. Here. Work. Here. Conboy. Here. Mayor Mola.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Thank you. Will everyone please rise for our prayer and flag salute? O God, our Father, we ask you to bless our meeting, which we entrust to your fatherly care and protection. Please remove all selfishness and prejudice from our hearts and plant therein a keen sense of justice and a greater love for you and our neighbor. Guide us in our deliberations so our decisions will always please you and bring peace and happiness to our community. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Whereas Chapter 231 of the Public Laws of the State of New Jersey requires the commencement of each meeting a statement by the presiding officer, now therefore be advised that the meeting requirements of this meeting have been met by posting an annual notice in the Record of Hackensack and the Herald News of Woodland Park, and by posting a notice in the office of the borough clerk as well as in the public place within the municipal building, and by notifying interested citizens. Said notice was posted on January 1, 2010. This council meeting is being taped for television, cable television, channel 77. It's on channel 77. It'll be on Monday, 12 noon, Wednesday, 3 p.m., and Thursday, 4 p.m. Okay? If you want to watch it on your web, it's www.elmwoodparknj.us. www.elmwoodparknj.us on the website of Elmwood Park. Okay, now you have to give it a little time for the cable company to get this, so don't expect on Monday it's going to be on. So give it a little time. Thank you.
Mayor, first on the agenda this evening, we have the adoption of the 2010 municipal budget. Resolution 189-10, resolution amending the 2010 municipal budget. Whereas the local municipal budget for the year 2010 was approved on the first day of April 2010, and whereas the public hearing on said budget was held as advertised, and whereas it is desirous to amend said approved budget. Now therefore be it resolved by the governing body of the Borough of Elmwood Park, County of Bergen, State of New Jersey, that the following amendments to the approved budget of 2010 be made as listed. Be it further resolved that 2 certified copies of this resolution will be filed forthwith in the office of the Director of the Division of Local Government Services for certification of the 2010 local municipal budget so amended. It is hereby certified that this is a true copy of the resolution amending this budget approved by the Borough Council of the Borough of Elmwood Park on the 17th day of June 2010.
May I have a motion, please?
So moved.
Mr. Conboy, second?
Second.
Mr. Catamagna? Any discussion? There's no public portion on this because we've had it already. So this is just voting on the budget as it was approved at the open meeting. Any discussion?
Yes, Mayor, if I can make a few comments. As I serve as finance chair over the last 3 years now, we have continually tried to be proactive on our budget. We always have your interest, those of you that are in the room, those that will catch us on TV, and on the internet. Of course, our number one concern is always our taxpayers. I will tell you that these budget meetings are not fun. A lot of times we end up squabbling and fighting over a couple of $1,000 because we, again, continue to think and put ourselves, as we all live here in the town, obviously, put your interest first and what we can do there. This year alone, in our budget, we cut out well over 19% of that out of the budget. We have considered, some of this you may sound a little redundant, but we have continually, over the 3 years as I've served as finance chair, to continue to not fill positions here at the borough. As folks have either left or retired, we've managed to continue to run this borough and have as many services still available at 100% as possible. So I know we all got our estimated tax bills, and we're very close to almost to the penny in that range. At the end of the day, like I said, we cut out over 20% of it. I want to take this moment, though, to also continue to congratulate, thank. It's not easy. All of our department heads made a lot of steep cuts in their areas. And I say steep because it's steep for us when we really don't have a lot to cut. We are there, folks. As a matter of fact, to be continually proactive. And I think it's important that everybody here know this, and those that will catch this later, or if it makes into the newspaper. We have already had 2 meetings with our auditing firm, as well as with our CFO, who's seated here in the front, Mr. Rigatano, already on the 11 budget. And we are doing scenarios on if nothing changes, if this gets passed through the governor's office, and if this happens, what the outcome will mean to us. We have 2 big items that we've already started negotiating with regarding the budget. We have 2 of our union contracts coming up at the end of the year, and all those parties involved have been very proactive already. We've already had some initial meetings, just getting into it, and next year we will have our another major department to negotiate and work on their contracts, and that all 3 of that plays into a big part of this. So we're already looking at 11. We've already had some scenarios ran, and one thing I just want to make note of. That's different this year. The school budget did pass, and so when a lot of folks have asked us, already we've been asked, what have you been doing? What did you do with the school budget? It passed. Oh, okay. So, that was one area we didn't have to review this year. So, just want to let everybody know, continue to reassure everybody that we have done the best we can at our end. So, thank you, Mayor.
Anyone else? Without being redundant, Councilman Conboy elicited the major points on our budget. There are 4 parts to our budget, or your tax bill, I should say. One is the municipal budget, which takes about 25% of the total tax bill. The school board is in and around 70%. The county is 3 or 4%, and then they have the open space program. So this council is only responsible for about 25 to 30% of the budget. And I do want to also indicate that we do run, as Councilman Conboy mentioned, a tight ship. In the last year and a half, we've had 9 people in the white collar. Those are the people who work within the municipal building, secretarial staff. And out of the 9, we only replaced 2 because we had to. They were essential. We had to replace them like a purchasing agent. But there are 7 who haven't been replaced. So that we're working with bare bones on that. And, if the 2.5% cut goes through by Governor Christie, we're going to have to look severely next year to see how we're going to make the 2.5%. And I just hope we don't have any layoffs that force us to go into the 2.5%. But Councilman Conboy, congratulations, you and your committee and the entire council on working on a budget. We're going to get people who are going to complain because they think we control the budget. We only control one portion of it. Call a roll, please.
On roll call to amend the 2010 municipal budget, council members Katamanya?
Yes.
Castiglia?
Yes.
Chawinski?
Yes.
Monsino?
Yes.
Work?
Yes.
Conboy?
Yes.
Motion carries. Resolution 169-10, be it resolved by the governing body of the Borough of Elmwood Park, County of Bergen, State of New Jersey, that the budget herein before set forth is hereby adopted and shall constitute an appropriation for the purposes stated in the sums therein set forth as appropriations and authorization in the amount of $16,564,124 for municipal purposes, and as listed below, the general revenues and the school and municipal taxation amounts. Total appropriations, $25,648,978.
Motion, please.
So moved.
Mr. Conboy?
Second.
Mr. Work, discussion? Call a roll, please.
On roll call to adopt the 2010 municipal budget, council members Catamania?
Yes.
Castiglia?
Yes.
Truinski?
Yes.
Bonsino?
Yes.
Work?
Yes.
Conboy?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Council, if I may, before we go into, let's go through the minutes, then I'll do it.
Mayor, tonight, under the approval of minutes, we have the regular meeting of June 3rd, 2010, the executive session of June 3rd, 2010, and the executive session of June 10th, 2010.
Motion, please.
So moved.
Second.
Conboy and Castiglia, any discussion? Call the roll, please.
On roll call, council members Catamania?
Yes.
Castiglia?
Yes.
Truinski?
Yes.
Bonsino?
Yes.
Work?
Yes.
Conboy?
Yes.
Motion carries.
At this time, I'd like to have one of the council move that we move up the appointment of Police Department Sergeant Mark Demore. That's Resolution 187-10, so that we can do it now, and some of the young people from the Little League can see one of our police officers get promoted to sergeant. May I have a motion, please?
So moved. Second.
That's Mr. Castiglia, and I think it was Mr. Bonsino.
Oops.
Call the roll, please.
On roll call, council members Catamania?
Yes.
Castiglia?
Yes.
Truinski?
Yes.
Bonsino?
Yes.
Work?
Yes.
Conboy?
Yes.
Motion to amend the agenda carries. Resolution 187-10. Be it resolved by the mayor and council of the Borough of Elmwood Park that the following named be and is hereby appointed as police sergeant in the police department of the Borough of Elmwood Park effective June 17th, 2010 as follows. Mark P. Diamore of Westwood, New Jersey. Be it further resolved that said appointment is in accordance with the New Jersey Department of Personnel rules and regulations, and be it further resolved that the salary increase from the police patrolman to police sergeant shall be deferred until December 31st, 2011, as per the agreement between the officials of the Elmwood Park PBA Local Number 185 and the Borough of Elmwood Park.
Motion, please.
So moved.
Mr. Bonsino, second. Mr. Truinski, any discussion?
Mayor, just for the record, I do have on file the memorandum of agreement between the PBA and the Borough of Elmwood Park waiving the salary increase until said date.
For the edification of the people here and those who may watch this on TV, Patrolman Demore has deferred his compensation until December 31st, 2011. That's 18 months. So he's not going to get a raise on that new position for 18 months. The reason that we are still going to promote him is that the test was taken shortly after that. I think it's March of 2012. The sergeant's list expires, which means Sergeant Demore would have to take another test, and since he came in extremely high in the whole state with his score and highest in Elmwood Park, to be fair, we are going to promote him now, and he's been gracious enough, I don't want to say gracious enough, maybe he wouldn't have gotten the position, but to defer it until December 31st, 2011. Call the roll, please.
On roll call, council members Catamania?
Yes.
Castiglia?
Yes.
Truinski?
Yes.
Bonsino?
Yes.
Work?
Yes.
Conboy?
Yes.
At this time, I'd like Patrolman, or Sergeant now, excuse me, Sergeant Demore, Mark Demore to come forward, and maybe you can come down, we'll swear him in.
Oh, boy.
Well, the mayor's a good guy.
No, we're okay, come on.
I know it's the mayor. Well, I'm next to the mayor. Mine too. There goes the vote, Mayor.
How's this? You want us to wait for you? Come on. Come up here. Somebody else will hold her. Does somebody else want to hold her? Okay? Okay. Would you hold the Bible? Place your left hand on the Bible, raise your right, and let's move around a little bit this way so that the camera can get you. Lou on this side? Okay. Repeat your name. I, Mark Demore, do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States
Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
and that I will bear true faith and allegiance
to the same
to the same
and to the governments established in the United States
and to the governments established in the United States
and in this state,
and in this state,
under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people,
and I will faithfully,
and I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly perform
and justly perform
all the duties of the office,
all the duties of the office,
police sergeant,
police sergeant,
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my abilities.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Mark. Actually, it doesn't affect me one bit. I've had 3 daughters, 2 granddaughters, and these things happen.
They don't want to leave, they want to stay.
I will just leave you with this little anecdote. I performed as mayor over the years many weddings, and I had one wedding in the a specific restaurant with a great big long hallway, not a hallway, but the wedding area, and they had a little boy who was going to be the ring bearer. And he came down with his little tuxedo and his little pillow and the ring, and he walked down holding the pillow and waving and smiling and everything else. The whole distance, and it must have been about maybe 100, 200 feet. Got down to where the bride and groom were waiting. He turned around and ran back with the ring and wouldn't walk down again. Wouldn't walk down again. So when you're working with children, sometimes these things happen. At this time, I have another pleasurable duty to perform. We have with us, as you can see, all the young men. Any ladies in there? No, only young men. The Elmwood Park Little League Division II team that won the regular season championship, defeating Wayne. And we have the coaches here, and I'd like them to come up and say a few words. We have Coach Glenn Megan, Mike Volk, Joe Natale, Bill Murillo, and Joe White.
Joseph White?
Yes. Anything you have to say, sir? As a
Yes, thank you.
winning coach?
Thank you, Mayor. This is the Elmwood Park 13 and 14-year-old junior division representing Elmwood Park Little League. We won the regular season championship game. We had a great season. We finished off 11 and 2. We beat a team that was 11 and 1. And in both games during the playoffs, we came back from behind late in the game to pull out the victories and win the championship. Right now, I'd like to introduce you to the players that represent the team. Robert Hurtado, Zach Pavlin. Yes.
Can we hold the applause until all of them have been announced?
Brian Roth, Joseph White, Jose Rojas, Randy Santos, Jonathan Mercado, Angel Torres, Kenneth Megan, Matthew Arcilla, Daniel Gadage, Alec Moschel, Nico Murillo, Malay Patel, and Sean Volk. And Mr. Mayor, I would appreciate if you can come down. We'd like to present you with the Elmwood Park Little League hat.
These are 13 and 14.
13 and 14-year-old level, yes.
I look at some of the fellas, and I never got that size. Or this size.
There have been a couple of kids on the team that we've been requested to show birth certificates. So it has happened.
Thank you. Let's see how it fits. If you need a relief pitcher for 2 or 3 pitches, I'm ready. After that, the arm starts to go a little bit. Congratulations, fellas, did a great job. What I would like you to do, and the coaches, would you just walk around? I know the council wants to shake your hand and wish you the best of luck next year even, okay?
Thank you.
I'd like to congratulate all you young fellas on a great year. I'm a big baseball fan. I'll make some enemies with soccer and basketball and football. But baseball is a sport that you can enjoy even when you're practicing. Even when you're practicing. Continue it, but most of all, continue your studies in school, because baseball ends as unless you're the fellow who pitched against the Yankees and he was, 47 years old? Your career ends at some point in time, and you need your academics. So please, study in school. That's me, a guidance counselor, former guidance counselor, always worried about education. Continue your good sports next year, your good baseball, basketball, or whatever else you play. But most of all, enjoy. And second, always try your best. It's the American creed. You try your best, you try to win. Okay? As who was it? Vince Lombardi said, winning isn't the only, isn't everything. It's the only thing. Okay? Thank you. By the way, while they're walking out, I would like to introduce the president of the Little League, who's sitting up here. Councilman Keith Work is the president of the Little League.
Mayor, tonight under ordinances on second reading, we have Resolution 170-10, introduce ordinance 10-12 on second reading. Whereas public notice has been given by the Borough Clerk that an ordinance entitled a bond ordinance to authorize the 2010 road resurfacing program in, by, and for the Borough of Elmwood Park in the County of Bergen, State of New Jersey, to appropriate the sum of $300,000 to pay the sum thereof, to make a down payment to authorize the issuance of bonds to finance such appropriation, and to provide for the issuance of such bonds, anticipation notes in anticipation of the issuance of such bonds. whereas on said ordinance was introduced and passed at a meeting held on June 3rd, 2010, and that further consideration of this ordinance would be taken up at this meeting. And whereas all persons interested in said ordinance were given the opportunity to be heard concerning same. Now therefore be it resolved by the Mayor and Council of the Borough of Elmwood Park that an ordinance entitled a bond ordinance to authorize the 2010 road resurfacing program in, by, and for the Borough of Elmwood Park in the County of Bergen, State of New Jersey, to appropriate the sum of $300,000 to pay the sum thereof, to make a down payment, to authorize the issuance of bonds to finance such appropriation, and to provide for the issuance of such bond anticipation notes in anticipation of the issuance of such bonds, pass on final reading. Mayor, I'm going to recommend to the council this evening that they table this until a special meeting to be scheduled before next week's work meeting on June 24th. This ad was properly sent over to the record. However, their legal department did not publish it in a timely fashion as was requested by the borough. I have been in touch with Steve Rogat, our bond counsel, and we have properly advertised it within such time to be able to have the special meeting to adopt and the public hearing next week.
Mr. Attorney, what I would like to do is, I would like to have anyone in the audience who wants to comment on this, because if we have it at a special meeting next Thursday, I don't think there's going to be many people in the audience. So if it's proper, I would just like any comments that you may have on the road program.
I think you can open it to the public now, Mayor, but I would also suggest that it be open to the public at the special meeting.
I will do that also. I just have a feeling next Thursday we're not going to get many people at our special work meeting. Is there anyone who wishes to be heard? If not, I'll close the public portion of the meeting and have a motion to table.
Motion to table.
I'll second it.
Mr. Chewinski and Mr. Castiglia. Call the roll, please.
On roll call to table, council members Catamagna?
Yes.
Castiglia?
Yes.
Chewinski?
Yes.
Monsino?
Yes.
Work?
Yes.
Conboy?
Yes.
Motion carries. Mayor, tonight under the consent agenda, we have Resolution 171-10, payment of bills, Resolution 172-10, confirmation of checks, Resolution 173-10, confirmation of payroll, Resolution 174-10, approval of block party for Olbo Avenue, Resolution 175-10...
Excuse me, that block party, we're all invited?
Resolution 175-10, refund third-party tax lien to Plymouth Parks Tax Service. Resolution 176-10, approve new license of new and used car dealership for Esco Motors Incorporated. Resolution 177-10, approve license of new and used car dealership for Shore Motors Incorporated. Resolution 178-10, approve license of new and used car dealership for Formula One Auto Imports LLC. Resolution 179-10, approve license for new and used car dealerships for Rufor Auto Exchange. Resolution 180-10, approve license for new and used car dealership for AJS Auto Brokers LLC. Resolution 181-10, approve a liquor license transfer for Unlimited Associates LLC to Zelda Liquors LLC. Resolution 182-10, approve liquor license renewals for the 2010-2011 license year. Resolution 183-10, appoint Bergen County Open Space Representative and alternate. Resolution 188-10, approve license of new and used car dealership for the North Jersey Truck Center.
Motion, please.
So moved. Second.
Mr. Chewinski and Mr. Castiglia. Any discussion?
Yes, Mayor, I will vote on all of them except Resolution 177-10.
Okay,
I will say yes for all of them.
all right. Mr. Catamagna is voting no on Resolution 177-10. Any other comments? Call the roll, please.
On roll call, council members Catamagna?
Yes.
Castiglia?
Yes.
Chewinski?
Yes.
Monsino?
Yes.
Work?
Yes.
Conboy?
Yes.
Motion carries. Under resolutions this evening, we have Resolution 184-10. Be it resolved that the following named be and are hereby removed as summer counselors in the recreation program for the year 2010. Nick de Blasio, Frank Mazzini, Danielle Nichols, Salvatore Vasco, and Charlotte Rubertone. Be it further resolved that the following named be and are hereby appointed in the recreation program as counselors for the year 2010. Dean Espina of Woodland Park, New Jersey, as camp director. Matthew Patterson of Passaic, New Jersey, as a teacher. Jacqueline Pinella of Tawaco, New Jersey, as a teacher. Michelle DeServo of Elmwood Park as a teacher. Joseph Romeo of Elmwood Park as a part-time custodian, and then as alternates, Ahmed God, Frank Dodd, and Michelle Zink.
Motion, please.
So moved.
Mr. Boncino, second.
Second.
Mr. Castiglia, discussion? Call the roll, please.
On roll call, council members Katamanya?
Yes.
Castiglia?
Yes.
Chewinski?
Yes.
Alcino?
Yes.
Work? Yes. Conboy?
Yes.
Motion carries. To the Borough Council, I hereby nominate and with your advice and consent appoint Jeffrey Freitag to the Board of Adjustment as alternate number 1 to fill the unexpired term of James D. Padova, term ending December 31st, 2011. Respectfully submitted, Richard A. Mola, Mayor. Resolution 185-10. Be it resolved by the Mayor and Council of the Borough of Elmwood Park that the appointment of Jeffrey Freitag to the Board of Adjustment for a period of 2 years, term ending December 31st, 2011, be and the same is hereby confirmed.
Motion, please.
So moved.
Second.
The two movers were Mr. Castiglia and Mr. Boncino. Any discussion? Mr. Freitag has, I think everybody knows Mr. Freitag. He's been on the Board of Education for 16 years. He's no longer on the Board of Education, but has been intimately involved in our community and still wants to serve the borough, so we congratulate him. Call the roll, please.
Mayor, this was a very good choice.
Thank you, sir.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
On roll call, council members Katamanya?
Yes.
Castiglia?
Yes.
Chewinski?
Yes.
Alcino?
Yes.
Work?
Yes.
Conboy?
Yes.
Motion carries. To
Mr. Freitag, will you please stand? Thank you. Congratulations, Joe.
To the Borough Council, I hereby nominate and with your advice and consent appoint John Wareka to the Board of Adjustment as alternate number 2 for a period of 1 year, term ending December 31st, 2010. Respectfully submitted, Richard A. Mola, Mayor. Resolution 186-10, be it resolved by the Mayor and Council of the Borough of Elmwood Park that the appointment of John Wareka to the Board of Adjustment as alternate number 2 for a period of 1 year, term ending December 31st, 2010, be and the same is hereby confirmed.
Motion, please.
So moved.
Mr. Conboy, second.
Second.
Mr. Chewinski, any discussion?
Yes, Mayor, if I may.
Yes.
I think this is a fine choice, Mayor. Johnny will be representative of the businesses on Market Street, which, as you know, we've been in the process of trying to resurrect the Chamber of Commerce and some other committees to help along with the redevelopment, as you might say, of Market Street. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. I'd just like to indicate that John, as a businessman, would join the people on the Board of Zoning Board. Jim Golombesky is a businessman, a local electrician. Ron Vicari was president of a multi-million-dollar business. Frank Biglari is a businessman. Jim D. Padova, who was on the zoning board and just resigned, is a businessman. And Debbie Alvarez, I believe, still runs her own company. So we have 5 people on the 7-member board who live in town, have to live in town, who are affiliated with businesses or their own business, so they are aware of it. And Vince Ravecchio is intimately involved in a healthcare program as a maintenance director in Bergen County. The planning board, we have Al Feuning, who used to own his own business, John Adamo, who's a businessman. Claudia Ross certainly knows it. If you lived in town for any years, you know Ross Diner was there. And again, Mr. Vicari. So the business people are well represented on our boards, and they do a good job.
Mayor, that's what I was driving at. If I may, Johnny is a Market Street businessman, to clarify that, on the front line with the stores, and actually, you've all seen him at the catering place there on Market Street. And that's what I'm more concerned about, some representation on the actual street itself. Thank you.
Thank you. Call the roll, please.
On roll call, council members Katamanya?
Yes.
Castiglia?
Yes.
Chewinski?
Yes.
Alcino?
Yes.
Work? Yes. Conboy?
Yes.
Mayor, committee reports.
Committee reports. Keith, are you ready?
Yes.
Mr. Work?
Yes.
Councilman Ward.
The Elmwood Park Health Department still continue offering free clinics to all residents of Elmwood Park. These 2 clinics that are still holding are the Adult Consultation Clinic and the Child Health Clinic. The Adult Consultation Clinic includes consultation with registered nurse from Hackensack Hospital in a private clinic room in the municipal building. It also offers free blood pressure screening, and confidential health information is available for adults from 18 years and older. And these are for all walk-in residents are welcome, no appointments are required. And these clinics are held every third Tuesday of each month, and the next meeting will be held on July 20th from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. The second clinic is a child health clinic, which includes free immunizations for infants up to 18 years old. Pediatrician and registered nurses are on site. These are for well children without health insurance coverage and those not enrolled in the New Jersey Family Care. These clinics are by appointment only. The number to call if you want to bring your child in is the number is area code 201-996-2039. And the upcoming dates for this next clinic is July 1st, 2010, and that's on 9:30 a.m. to 11 a.m. That's Thursday. The Elmwood Park Health Department has also enrolled as a provider for the American Recovery and Reinvestment Act program, which provides 6 important vaccines for any citizen of New Jersey, regardless of insurance, if they have insurance or they have no insurance. The Elmwood Park Board of Health is offering these vaccines at no charge to the Elmwood Park residents and $15 to non-residents. The Board of Health has ordered these vaccines, and we will advise when they're available. And these vaccines will be made available during the adult consultation and the child health clinics. And the other issue is the date for the next homeowners meeting is June 30th, Wednesday at 7 p.m. And these meetings are held at the American Legion Hall. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Mr.
Oh,
Ward.
Mr. Mayor,
Yes.
I'd like to congratulate Mark DeMore on this, I know he's not here, his promotion, and also congratulate the 14 under Little League tournament team. They did a fantastic job. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Conboy?
Thank you, Mayor. I also, too, would like to congratulate Mark and his family. He's a wonderful policeman here on our team here, and I know that once we acknowledged that we were going to be promoting him, he grabbed me here in the hall one day and was very heartfelt and appreciated the whole council's support in his promotion. So again, congratulations, Mark. Also, too, would like to congratulate our 14 and older Elmwood Park baseball team. They represented their town in a great way and brought home their championship, so nice job to all of them. Next week will be graduation day. A lot of our children have already graduated, our middle school children, some of them from St. Leo's, and then, of course, this next week, our middle school children and high school students will be graduating from our public schools here. And I want to congratulate all of our seniors a week early on their graduations, and I wish them all the best in college. And congratulations on your graduation. Also, I would like to just update some folks. I'm sure the mayor will talk about it a little bit more too. Next Wednesday, myself, the mayor, Councilman Chewinski, our borough attorney, will be meeting with the folks over at the county. You've heard us talk about this now for a little over a year. Talk about the Garfield Waterworks property and about the town requiring this property. We have met here as a council. We'll continue to talk about it. We have a list of items that we intend to address with them before we even move forward. So just a little progress on that. Also, I just want to mention a few things regarding recreation. Folks, please don't forget, those that catch us on the TV or the internet and that are here, please do not forget, soccer registration is still going on. Get down to the rec center. You can also registration online. I have no sheets to hold up tonight, but you can register online. We have that new system available for everybody. Summer camp registration is still ongoing, although we are filling up very fast. You don't want to get placed on a waiting list, although we would want to take everybody, but as you see, we're hiring staff. But so please, we want to make sure we get everybody in. A great summer camp has been planned. Community Day was a great day. A lot of folks came out. It was great to see the Spray Ground Park full. Everybody was having a good time. A lot of great rides. I want to thank all of our departments for being there, police, ambulance, fire, everybody else for being there that day. Just a little note, for those who will catch this again, like I said, on TV or the internet, there was no flea market. They had chosen not to come that day. It was really out of our control. We'll try to work on that again for next year. But it was a great day. I did get a lot of compliments, I think maybe even some of the council members, that a lot of residents were saying it was great to see it just being a real community day. So that was great. I also would like to just, a couple of quick things to announce that's new. I want to thank the rec board and commission. I was not able to make their meeting this past Tuesday. Our commissioner is out in the audience, Rich DiLorenzo. I've been working with the rec commission. We are going to do some things, and folks, please take advantage of what I'm going to tell you. We will be advertising it. We have decided our spray ground park is being a little redesigned. The company is doing some touching up on it. If you had a chance to go by the borough parking lot, you'll see a great design that's being put on there. They're trying to, the company who's doing it, and this is at no additional cost to us, folks, they want to make it one of the marquee water parks in the area. The design is coming out great if anyone's had a chance to see it. We, beginning in July, the Rec Commission, working with them, have decided, and our Rec Director, Ms. Pugliese, we're going to be opening the spray ground park. We're going to leave it open on Tuesdays and Thursdays till about 8 p.m. at night. That is something new. A lot of residents have asked. You know, my mom works on the weekends, my dad works on the weekends, or they both work on the weekends. We don't get to go to the spray grounds. They'd like to go, so we're going to try it. Folks, please take advantage of it. This way, you know, moving forward, it will be open all the time. Maybe we'll expand it to more nights. So it is a test. But again, it depends on the residents to come on out and enjoy the spray grounds. Call the recreation. You can sign up for your registration and get that. In addition to that, they are going to reinstate Sundays. Sunday, the spray ground park will also be open 1 to 5. Again, folks, please use our spray ground. It's a great, great time. I've been over there, and it's a nice time. So that is something else that we have available for you. So please take advantage of it. And also, just a little, in case anyone's wondering, on Community Day, after was the softball game. The police have all left, but they did win again, although the margin wasn't as great. So, well, maybe in another meeting, there won't be any exchange of trophy. They get to keep it, but the plaque will be updated. That's it for me. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. Mr. Voncino?
Yes, Mr. Mayor. I also wanted to start out by acknowledging our school-age residents, those who have finished the school year, may have graduated, a few that in town here who have a little bit longer to go. I just wanted to congratulate them on their accomplishments academically, athletically, in the classroom, and now have a safe and enjoyable summer, reset, and get ready to come back strong in September. The Ambulance Corps is having a car show fundraiser September 12th, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. in the Kmart parking lot. The rain date will be September 19th. There's more information to follow. There's also some talk of the Ambulance Corps challenging the police department in a softball game. That still has to be firmed up. They asked me if I would consider playing for the Ambulance Corps. That is a scary thought. I have to defrost my glove.
Someone should tell the Ambulance Corps to make sure they bring a lot of Band-Aids. That police team is pretty loaded.
On the PSE&G lighting program, our upgrades are in progress. Not to be repetitive, but we're expecting to save about $10,000 over the first 2 years of the program and about $1,500 a month thereafter in electric savings. An update on the New Jersey SEM. As I mentioned before, the SEM is a group of 119 municipalities in the state of New Jersey who have formed a purchasing group to purchase gas and electricity at competitive prices. And on June 3rd, they successfully completed a bulk purchase of electricity. And it's the first bulk purchase of electricity that will include street lighting accounts, which is a significant portion of the municipality's electric bill. The pricing will be good for 11 months. The contract starts July 2010, and it'll run through May 2011. The successful bidder is Hess Corporation of Woodbridge. And on average, the communities in the NJSEM will save over 11% on electricity, and they anticipate a total savings in New Jersey for taxpayers of $2.6 million. Okay, on the police front, the police are going to be sponsoring a New Jersey Police Academy. I talked in detail about it at our last public meeting. It's going to be the week of July 12th. It's open to rising 7th and 8th grade residents of Elmwood Park. Applications went home with the students in our schools. So students, dig through your backpack, pull out the flyer, read it, and give it to your parents. Parents, it's a terrific way to get your kid off the couch and out of his or her comfort zone. I'm sure they'll learn a lot about policing in Elmwood Park and also maybe find out a little bit about themselves. For an application, contact the police department downstairs. Ask for Mike Kasai if you want any more detailed information about the program. The police department, in conjunction with our other emergency services organizations, are teaming together with our municipality and our organizations here in town to host a National Night Out on Tuesday, August 3rd, between 7 and 10 p.m. It's going to be at Borough Field. There's a number of static and demonstration displays being planned, some contests. The spray grounds will be open. We're looking for a very large turnout from young to old, everybody in between. National Night Out is designed to generate support for local anti-crime initiatives. It heightens crime and drug awareness. It strengthens neighborhood and community spirit and forges a police-community partnership. Most importantly, it sends a message to criminals, letting them know their neighborhoods are organized and fighting back. So we look forward to seeing you there. And related to National Night Out, you may have read in this week's community news, and certainly in the national media outlets, there was a high-profile terrorist arrest in northern New Jersey this month. And I don't want to go into the details. There's plenty to be found in the media, but I wanted to publicly recognize our police department for participating in a joint federal, state, and local investigation that ultimately disrupted any plans these individuals may have had. Our department's diligence and teamwork over a period of about 4 years led to the investigation's successful conclusion. And how's this related to National Night Out? And there's been a lot in the news about homegrown terrorism and ways radicals want to disrupt our way of life in this country. And it's pretty clear that we may have the smartest of bombs and the fastest of airplanes, but to fight these homegrown terrorists and the threat right here in our homeland, we have to be what I'll call a virtual tip of the spear to look out for things that are out of the ordinary and report it to the proper authorities. So again, congratulations to our police department. And also, there was also another high-profile case locally in northern New Jersey, and our police department was similarly involved with the Bergen County and Passaic County law enforcement officials in apprehending suspects relating to a series of robberies and a shooting of a Wayne police officer. So I commend the work of the department there, too. And finally, I wanted to congratulate Mark DeMore on his promotion to sergeant. He's been an officer with our department since 2001, comes highly recommended. He displays the attributes, qualifications, and to become or move up to a supervisory role in the department, and I look forward to working with him in the future. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. Mr. Caramagna?
After Mr. Cowboy, I don't think I have anything else to say. Good job, thank you, Tom. Again, I repeated myself again. Congratulations to the whole league and also to a new Sergeant Mark DeMore, and congratulations to Mr. Freitag. It's a good addition to. I know Mr. Freitag. I used to watch his Board of Education meeting. He's an excellent guy, and he speaks his mind, and I think he's a very honest man. And congratulations to John Rico. I'm sure that John will represent Market Street. I think we've been talking about this, reorganize the Chamber of Commerce, and perhaps we should do that, because we are probably the only town who doesn't have one. And then don't forget, guys, also graduation is Friday, as Ms. Cowboy said. And don't forget the World Cup. We talk about baseball. All the sports are interesting and they're important for the kids. A World Cup means World Cup. And Forza Italia. Thank you, man.
Thank you. I would like to watch the World Cup with those blasted horns that they have. Sounds like I have bees in my TV. It's crazy. I understand at Yankee Stadium, somebody started blowing that horn, and they made a PA announcement that if he doesn't stop, they're going to eject him. So I think that's a good move.
But-
Mr. Chewinski?
Yes, just a few things for the fire department and the insurance. I'd like also to say congratulations to Mark Demore and his family for him attaining sergeant, and also to the Little Leaguers, the coaches, and the families who put so much time into them on their victory. Our fire marshal, Pompadierco, at the firemen's meeting the other night, noted that he has a numerous supply of smoke detectors, free. If anybody wants them, just stop down at his office. All right? There's going to be a mutual aid drill with the fire department in Rochelle Park, I understand. National Night Out, which I did attend with Lou and Tom, I talked to the fire department, and they're planning to chop up a car for the kids. So it should be a little interesting over there. The backup repeater that we've been talking about for the fire and police, although they didn't get the okay from Park 80 West yet, they're getting itchy, and if they don't get it soon, they said they were going to put it on the Marriott, which they have permission. The county IDs that the firemen presently wear that were just approved a year ago have changed from horizontal position to vertical. So as they get in, they'll be getting new ones again. And as of June 1st, there is a new law that goes into effect that for firemen who have their physical to get on the fire department will be valid for only 90 days. So you have 90 days, and if the state doesn't act within 90 days of that physical, they'll have to take it over again. On another note with JIF, the lost time frequency accident rate went down actually this month, so we did pretty good. They are crafting some ordinances for sidewalks, complements of JIF to help the towns out, that they have to enforce them, but they are crafting some because of the number of suits we've been having on sidewalks. And one more note, I have the report from the JIF committee here. If anyone's interested to see how your tax dollars are spent on self-insurance and how it works, it's all here on file in the county's clerk's office. And one more note, while we're talking about the county park, I'm very interested to see what they do with us on this park, because as the mayor keeps saying, if anybody has been to their meetings, last month they approved another $20 million towards Overpeck Park, which put them up at $100 million for that park, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen. So we hope to squeeze a few dollars out for our park over here. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you.
Rich, I think you should acknowledge who donated the car for wrecking.
Oh.
That silver Saturn Ram 1. That was very nice. That
Isn't that the mayor's car?
That Mike?
it's not there. Didn't you hear the...
My car doesn't have a beep, beep, beep.
No, that was the tow truck backing up.
I don't know what you're talking about. Mr. Castiglia?
Yeah, thank you, Mayor. I don't have much here. Okay, on the planning board, the Ustake building over on the boulevard, we have a trucking company moving out of there, we have another one moving in. This is the situation that our town is getting into now, 98% developed. It's been for 25 years, 98% developed. So it's mostly companies moving out and other companies moving in that are basically the same. The Marcalis family, I don't know if a lot of people know it, a lot of people know it, that the Marcalis family does own that building. They don't own Marcal anymore. They own this building where some Marcal warehouse was in at one time. And it's nice to see that a family like that still takes interest in staying in our town. I'm sure they own properties in other towns too, but they still own this one here. We got an insurance agency coming in on the corner of Broadway and East 54th Street. That's across from Firestone, where we used to have a real estate agency. And another thing that we really need is on Broadway, 79 Broadway, where there used to be a hair salon. There's another nail salon coming in place of the hair. I guess we needed it. On the planning board, yeah, we need another pizza place out there.
Yeah.
Planning board, we also had a discussion with the borough planner, Joe Burgess, last week about the R18 two-family zone. Right now, we're in the ordinance drafting stage, so I'm happy to see that that's moving along. There was a pre-construction meeting for the Mulner Drive improvements last week, and that project should be completed by mid-August. Some trees were cleared down at Van Riper Culvert, Van Riper Ave Culvert, and the construction on that is expected to begin at the end of this month. I got a report from Scott. People that have requested trees, he had 60 trees come in down there for this year's tree planting program. Last report I got from him about a week ago, he had about half of them planted. So anybody out there that requested a tree in front of their house and it hasn't been there yet, they should be coming around soon. Congratulations to the Little League. Congratulations to Mark. I think he scored number 3 in the state on that sergeant's exam, which is really good. And congratulations to our graduating classes. And I'll see them next week. Thank you, Mayor.
Mr. Giblin?
No report.
On my report, coming up last, everybody said just about everything that I was going to say, so that I do want to indicate that we found out this evening Molnar Drive is going to, they requested and the council's approved to scarify that road and repave it in the evening. It'll be 2 nights, one to take to grind it down so that it's ready for repaving, and
2 nights milling.
right.
Sorry.
So that will be done in the evening. To tell you how interesting it is, I tried to do that many, many years ago to get them to do it at night with busy streets, and couldn't get anybody to do it. And this company came in and they would like to do it at night, and since Molnar Drive is a main thoroughfare going through to Saddlebrook and then out to Fairlawn or wherever, it certainly will be beneficial for the community to have that done in the evening. Other than that, I don't have any other report. The trees were said, spray ground was said, National Night Out was said, so is there anyone in the audience that would like to be heard? I'd like to open up to the public.
Mayor, I probably don't deserve it, but can I have one more minute?
You don't deserve it.
I just want to, before the public comes up, I just want to say, one thing I forgot to say, again, I want to thank the rec director, Ms. Pugliese, and the rec commission. They're also going to be planning, we've talked about this for a while, they're going to do, we'll send out more information, but we're also going to plan in the evening, during the summer, at least one, and hopefully a couple others, a team night down by the spray grounds with a theme night, like a luau or, a summer blast party, something to find for our teens to do in that area. Again, promoting that area with great lighting and so forth. So more information will come out on that, but something for our teens to come out and enjoy on some of these summer nights, give them something to do. More information will follow. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, Tom. If you come up to speak, will you please lower the microphone? If it starts to cut out, don't worry about it. It's being taped anyway. The sound's going through. Give us your name and address.
My name is Sammy Sushonyan. I live at 181 River Drive in Wood Park. I have a complaint that's from the health department that someone complained about my bird making noise, and she came down. That I have a net around the trees. I have birds outside. So she said that's a violation. So I told her, okay, I'll remove it right away. And the next day I got fined. So I bought a ticket. I went down to the health department and tried to explain to them. They won't listen to me. They said, well, too late. Everything is on the report already. So I don't know what to do, so I went to the building department to ask for help. So it's John Bernardo, that's the one to listen to me, and said I removed everything, collect all the violation, and they still give me a ticket, and they're supposed to give me some time to, collect the violation, but they didn't. So when the court date came, I spoke to John again. That's really helpful. That helped me out. Talked to the prosecutor. That I removed everything, collect all the violations. So the health department, Linda, called me up there and said she didn't know that I removed everything for the next day. But I tried to tell them, but they won't listen. So she said, okay, instead of pay fine for $250, she cut down to $100. So plus the court fee and just about it. That's, so my point is, when you did something wrong for the first time, I hope they can give me some time to collect the violation instead of give me the ticket for the next day and without an explanation when I went downstairs to try to talk to them, but they won't listen. So I have no choice, I have to find somebody who can help me out. So finally, I found a building department, explained to them what situation, so they helped me out. So that's my story. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. As you know, whatever happens in the court is beyond our control, but we appreciate your statement. Thank you.
Good evening, Mr. Mayor. My name is Raymond Grossi. I live at 397 Dye Avenue, Elmwood Park. I was here in February, and I had a complaint about a crazy neighbor I have. I had two complaints. One was their roof, which I'd like to thank John and Charlie in the building department for their taking care of it. It's ongoing, but they've taken care of it. They've done what they're supposed to to the letter of the law, so nothing can be changed, and they're still taking care of it because it hasn't been finished yet. My second complaint was I asked if there could be something done about a nuisance ordinance, because this woman calls the police constantly for nothing. And summer's coming, and she's already started.
Which street is this again?
397. She lives at 399 Dye Avenue.
Okay, all right.
Everybody knows her.
Okay.
She's already called the police Memorial Day weekend on people, the neighbor behind. Nobody was doing nothing. It was 6 adults, 4 children under the age of 4 in the pool with a radio on. She's complaining to me about my blower going at 10:30, 11 o'clock on a Saturday afternoon, Saturday morning. The neighbors are cutting their grass, and she's banging on the windows and flipping the lights on and off. What I'd like to know is, has anything been done about this nuisance ordinance?
Mr. Giblin, I think you were involved in this already.
I was, Mayor, and I spoke to the number of members of the police department, but the nuisance, or what you're referring to as a nuisance in calling the police, is not a nuisance. In fact, people are encouraged to call the police as opposed to taking matters into their own hands. So there's not going to be anything, unless the police decide to do something on their own, there's nothing that the town can do.
But this is for unfounded things. I mean, they call the police constantly about stuff like this, but when the police come, there's nothing there.
Yeah, if the police believe that they can prove a criminal intent there to either mislead them or something like that, that's a violation of state law. There's nothing that this council can do to pass that as a local ordinance if she's calling the police.
So we just have to put up with it.
Yeah, that's within the control of the police department.
Well, then what's the path to get to the police department to get them to do something then? Because, I mean, this is ridiculous. We can't even enjoy, our quality of life is terrible between myself and the 2 other neighbors behind her and around her, because she's crazy. This is constant. She calls the police constantly. I talked to you last time, I had police reports that were false, and the police even said they were false, and lies she had, and what was done with that?
I investigated all of that. I spoke to the people that were involved, and none of that could be verified.
Even on the police report, when the
Yes,
police
sir.
officer said that he was standing in front of the house while she was lying?
It didn't exactly say that, sir.
It did, I've got a copy of it.
Okay. The answer is I looked into it, and there was nothing that could be done. In fact, we even went to the prosecutor's office, the county prosecutor's office.
So we just have to put up with this crazy lady.
Until the police decide that they want to file criminal charges on their own against her, yeah, I mean, if you want to try and establish probable cause, you can go before the judge in court and do that yourself.
I've
but-
gone before the judge.
Yeah,
Okay, I've gone before the judge already. It's not worth it.
yeah, well.
It's not worth it. It's cost me a fortune to go before the judge with this crazy woman, and she just gets away with
I think I
it.
spoke to your attorney as well, right? Didn't you have your attorney call me as well?
She might have called you.
Yes, she did.
She might have called you. So what's the path that I have to go to get to the police department to do something about this person?
Well, there's not, you can,
Before it gets out of hand, because, I mean, we told you last time, it's festering, and they just keep going and going and going and going. And something's going to happen.
well, you can obviously make a complaint to the police if they receive a complaint about you doing something that turns out not to be the case. You can ask them to file a complaint against her, or you can file it yourself. That's the only thing I can suggest to you. Or the other thing, which I said the last time, which is still true, is, go to Bergen County Court and see if you can get a restraining order against her.
It's already cost me thousands of dollars, and I've gotten nowhere with the court system.
Well, unfortunately, it's not something that this council can help you with.
There's nothing, no kind of ordinance that can be put into place. I mean, other towns have ordinances like this. Don't they have, other towns have ordinances like this? Like if your burglar alarm goes off 4, 5, 6 times, the police have to come, they start issuing tickets? Because
Right.
it's,
The
well,
police-
same-
right,
can't it
the
be the same
Police issue
thing?
the tickets, that's correct.
Can't it be the same thing with that? I mean, that's done through the town.
It would be through state law, sir.
Isn't there a state law something that you could adopt?
No.
Nothing.
No, it's already, the state laws are whatever they are, there's nothing that the council can do to supersede those.
I think maybe you should make another appointment with our police chief and talk to him again, see how far that's advanced.
All right, so if that's what I have to do, I will.
Yeah, why don't you do
Because
that?
like I said, summer's coming up, and she's already started Memorial Day.
Okay.
And our quality of life in plain English sucks.
Make
I'm
an
sorry
appointment-
around here because
Make
of
an
her.
appointment with the police chief and fill him in as to what's continuing there, so he's aware of it.
Okay,
All right?
thank you very much.
Thank you. Anyone else who wishes to be heard? If not, I'll close the public portion of the meeting.
Mayor, we have a need for an executive session tonight, whereas the Open Public Meetings Act, PL 1975, Chapter 231, permits the exclusion of the public from a meeting in certain circumstances, and whereas this public body is of the opinion that such circumstances presently exist, and whereas the governing body wishes to discuss personnel within the building department, minutes will be kept, and once the matter involving the confidentiality of the above no longer requires that confidentiality, then the minutes can be made public. Now therefore be it resolved that the public be excluded from this meeting. Mayor, we'll need a motion and a second.
Motion, please. Mr. Boncino. Second, Mr. Castiglia. Discussion? Call the roll, please.
On roll call, council members Catamagna.
Yes.
Castiglia.
Yes.
Kowinski.
Yes.
Monsino.
Yes.
Work.
Yes.
Conboy.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Before I call for a motion to adjourn, we appreciate your attendance, and we hope that the committee reports this council is giving is to your approval. They're getting longer and better. So I think that's good. You can see that this council is sincerely involved in the community and is right up to date on what is going on. May I have a motion to adjourn? Well, don't we have to adjourn? Then how do you...
What's that?
Huh? Then we have to come back out here?
No, you can do it first.
Okay. I always make a motion to adjourn.
If you want to do it.
Can I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved. Second.
Mr. Catamagna, Mr. Castiglia, all in favor, opposed, so ordered. Thank you.
Me?